Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to another video here with me. This is a word with Nyakuiy. I am Nyakuiy, and I am here today with you. The video, as you can see in the title, what is the full moon illuminating? What is being brought to light? What is the light of the moon revealing for us today, for the collective? And as you know, if you're here or if you're new here, let me let you learn that the way that this works, you tune into yourself, you receive the messages that resonate, that you feel, that vibe with you, that resonate with your soul, and you leave the rest. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay. First of all, it feels like there's an energy of disappointment in the air. There's an energy of betrayal in the air. There's an energy of sadness in this joint. There's an energy of happiness, though fleeting. And I'm calling these all out. These may not be what you're feeling in this exact moment. It may be what you felt. It may be what you are suppressing. For some of you, I'm hearing these feelings also. You don't have to feel all of these at once. You may feel one of these. You also may feel none of these. Again, just receive what you will. But I'm being shown that you need to move the energy. You need to shake up the energy. And you can literally do that by just shaking your body. You know, you can shake your hands, your wrists, your arms, wherever you are. You know, obviously it is, it's a mechanism. I was going to go on another trajectory, and I will go on that trajectory. But I want to say first, it's a mechanism to release stagnant energy, to release stuck energy, and to allow things to flow again within your physical body, as well as your energetic and more subtle bodies, right? Your emotional body as well, and your mental body, because also it allows you to distract yourself and focus on something else. Okay, that's one point. Yeah, so shaking your whole body, jumping up and down, is going to also create more electricity. It's going to make you more electric. Okay, it's going to make you, it's stimulating, it's activating, and some of you need that, and so that is the word. Okay, and the other message here is that do not suppress these feelings. Do not suppress anything that you're feeling. Anything that you're feeling is, anything that is coming up in this moment is there for you to sit with. It's there for you to make amends with. It's there for you to acknowledge. It's there for you to receive. You know, trust what is coming up. Trust that if it's coming up, it was meant to. If it wasn't supposed to come up, it wouldn't have, right? So you have to train your mind to be in this space. There was a message around triggers earlier. It was like one of those thoughts that got away, but it circled around back around triggers. And it's that triggers are for your information, right? For your evaluation. They're not for your judgment. They're not for your condemnation, right? They're for your clarity. And to know that when you feel the emotion to the degree that you need to, the lesson of the emotion can then be integrated into the body, right? And so, all that to say, honor your feelings, honor what's coming up, honor that it is coming up, honor your process. Don't make any judgments, and just allow yourself to live and know that this going deep and diving deep into your own process, and being present for your own process is living life. You know, you are living life. You're living presently. You're living here. You're living in the moment. And that's what we want, ultimately. Okay? Study. There's a lot about learning. There's things that you're going to be learning about yourself. Things that are going to be coming up for you in this light, in this light of this moon. You'll be learning about yourself, and you'll also be learning about yourself in relation to others. It's other people, right? So it makes a lot of sense for it being the Libra season, is that this mirroring that is necessary for you in your process is what's happening in your life right now or in the near future, or it's already happening, and this is confirmation. But that your lessons are coming through, your studies, your path of studies that you've chosen involves other people, involves relationships with other people. And in this path, the more that you reveal yourself and the more that you are real with yourself, the more that you're authentic, the more that you release all of these people-pleasing tendencies and all of these niceties and all of these, like, you know, societally constructed ways of being quote unquote a good person, when really you're just a people pleaser and a doormat and all of these different things, right? So this you is emerging, and the more that this real and authentic you emerges, the more that you're going to attract that in your life in relation with other people, because then you'll be able to recognize the real within them. It's only then will you be attracting real friends, real people, real relationships, real connections, real business deals, real, you know, because we want honesty, we want truth, we want this. There's Sagittarius energy here. So if somebody is thinking about Sagittariuses, this is a confirmation. Yes. And Sagittarius season is also prominent here, which is end of November going into December. That time frame could be relevant for some people. It could also literally, this card could represent a field or an area of study that you're embarking on or you're thinking about moving into, and this is a validation, confirmation that you are on the right direction with this thought, and to continue to nurture it and to develop it and allow it to emerge, allow it to unfold, allow it to evolve, and trust the process. And there's also an energy here of there's a select number of you who are doing work and who are in the field, in the energetic realms, is what I'm receiving. You're doing work there that isn't acknowledged and isn't valued on the material day-to-day world, right? But the work that you're doing on the grid, on the energetic grid, by being your divine self, by being in alignment with yourself, by tending to your own, by minding your own business, by minding your own path and process, by releasing anything that weighs you down, and by continually inviting and receiving that which illuminates you, which activates you and illuminates you. All of these things, this path, you know, it's doing more than you can imagine. It's doing more than you're thinking. It's doing wonders for you, because it's kind of like you don't even have a caliber to measure the level of success or the level of achievement or the level of praiseworthiness, of the level of magic, of the level of beauty that you're expressing, that you're exuding, that you're offering. Like there's no way to measure that on this realm. It can't be quantified. It can't be, it's immeasurable. It's worth more than you can even ever imagine. You acknowledge that, and other people do acknowledge that. But again, you know, this isn't about other people. It's about you and you feeling good and fulfilled and feeling like you are enough and are doing enough and are being enough in this time-space dimension right now, because you have high hopes. I see you. You have faith, you have optimism. You are looking out for the light. You're positive. And it's not to say that you're the type of person that is ignorant of what is happening in the world. You know that shit is bad. You know that shit is bad. And you also know that shit is good too. There's beauty. And you understand the energetics of, you have to create more. You have to create that which you want to see. Hey, you know that you have to create that which you want to see. You have to be what you want to see. Because you know, you've tried it. You've tried to go the other way around. You've tried to change and create change and initiate change from the outside, by trying to change other people, by trying to change circumstances, by trying to change organizations, by trying to change how, you know, corporate culture, by trying to change, you know, you're exerting this energy outward, you're pointing out, you're critical of all that's been wrong and all that isn't working, and you can tear it apart and break it down. And now, okay, now is to step out of that matrix and create your own and be that. Because guess what? You're exhausted. You're exhausted of doing the most and expending all of this energy externally for what? For maybe a bandage solution. Offers a little bit of relief, but longevity is not there. It's not sustainable. And this is not to knock anything, anybody, any intentions. Okay? But this is to ask different questions now. And it's for you to really assess what is happening with you and where you are and what you truly desire. And again, releasing this energy of groupthink. There's been an energy of groupthink in this field because, I mean, if you've been rocking with me since the first videos, there's a theme trending. And it's because those of you tuning in, this collective field, we're all more or less on the same journey, on the same path, on a similar path. Let me not say same, on a similar path. Okay, it's different levels to the journey. However, we're all here because we heard a call. Whether we heard the call yesterday or 30 years ago, it doesn't matter. We heard the call, we're here, we're tuning in, we're heeding the messages, we're honoring the light, we're excavating and shining brighter than before, bringing light to places in the dark, being comfortable in the dark, because that's the only way we can acknowledge we are light. You know, we here, we out here. So take a risk. Take a risk and be different and live different and experience different. Embrace different. Embrace and accept the fact that the universe does rock with you differently, as well as the truth that it rocks with everybody differently, but because you rock differently with the universe too. There's energy here around you've already imagined, you've already drawn it out, you've planned it out, you've mapped it out, you've visualized, you've allowed it to come to you in dreams or in your daily visualizations. Maybe you make space and time for your dreams. So you've been doing that, and you've been creating and creating and creating and building, building momentum around this idea, around this, whether it is a book, whether it is something that you want to launch, a course, whether it is a channel on YouTube, whether it is, there's something that you've been putting in work, okay? You've been putting in energy, you've been pouring into this. This isn't just like a one-off idea you had yesterday. This is like something that you've been working on for years, curating how you would want to do this. And the energy is continue onward. Do not lose the momentum. The momentum is here. And even there's a message here of sometimes life is going to happen. Life is going to knock you down. You're going to have experiences where you fall off the bike and you might get scraped up real bad, and you have to stop and you have to take care of yourself. It might hurt wherever you landed, on your knee, whatever, your hands, wrists. You might need to take a couple of days to recuperate, take some time to take care, but you're not going to just not get back on the bike and keep going, right? Hopefully you can still be in your childlike energy, because that is what is needed. We don't want bitter. Be bitter for however long you are for, but come out of it. Don't stay in there too long. Come out of spite. Come out of that place. Come back to childlike energy. Be light. The message here is you're stronger than you think you are. You think it's difficult to be joyful and happy, but it's actually, you're doing the work to suppress your joy and your happiness is more exhausting than allowing the flow and the well of abundance to pour through you. Much, much easier to allow than to prevent. We're coming back to study yourself. You don't know everything about you yet. You don't know every single thing about you. You're still learning. You're still growing. So with that energy, be gentle with yourself, because there are parts of you that are emerging, that you're getting to meet, or for the first time, or re-meet. Maybe you swept parts of you away for fear, for shame, for whatever the case may be. But now these parts of you are emerging, and they're being activated by different circumstances in your life. And so allow these experiences, allow them, allow every experience to activate your divinity. This is something I've said, and this is what it is with your circumstances. Of course, when you're in it, when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the thick of the feels, in the thick of the emotions, the thick of the drama, the seeming drama, it's so real, it's so challenging, it's so rough. It really is. It sucks. It's the trenches. It's the depths of hell. That's hell. You know? But we're being asked, we're being reminded that we're strong. We're stronger than hell. Hell hath nothing on you. Hell ain't got nothing on you. You can be there, you can sustain, you can maintain, you can chill on your throne while you're going through what you're going through, and come out even stronger. Come out even with more fire. You see, this is the fire. There's a fire inside you that you perhaps repressed that's wanting to come out. It's wanting to come out so bad. It's wanting to be lit. This Aries moon is wanting to pull it out of you. This fire that isn't a destructive fire, right? It's a fire that you can use, that you can channel. But of course, when you're first getting to know it, and when you're unconscious of this fire and you don't have clear intentions for the energy and where to direct this fire, it can create chaos. But what's happening here for you is that things are being balanced. We have mud here at the end. Things are being balanced. Energies are being balanced. And this also was a follow-up from last week's reading of things being perspectives, being balanced this time around and moving forward. You know, we're in this energy of coming back to balance within ourselves. And so if you've never experienced that fire within you, that's not balance. Maybe you just were not inspired. You were never inspired, or somebody shut your inspiration out. Somebody shut your creativity out. Somebody influenced you to do that, rather. Because I want to take a moment here to say we are all responsible for ourselves at this grown age, even though the things that we experienced at a young age have shaped our behaviors. We are responsible now for changing them. Okay. As youth, as young people, we were innocent. We didn't have any control. But now we do. And so things are being balanced. Things are coming back to center. Trust the process. Trust the shit life experiences, and trust that they're taking you places. Trust that they're taking you somewhere good, even though it feels so bad. Trust that it's taking you somewhere good. Put that in your mental every time. When it feels like a rejection, when it feels like you've had something taken away from you, shift the perspective into the space being cleared for what you're truly meant to receive. Okay? This feels like a complete word. Thank you so much for receiving. Thank you for this energetic exchange. I'm so grateful. And I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for us all. I love you very much. And I will talk to you again soon.